What's up, guys? It's day 70 on my 90-day journey. Here once again, checking in from my house in the mountains of northern Italy. There are the mountains in the back. Didn't eat dinner yet, but I figured I'd come make this video now because it's a little too loud to make the video inside with the kids, and I think a thunderstorm's rolling in. It seems like, I don't know, starting to hear some thunder, and it's clouding up real quick, so I want to get this video done for the day. But the topic, what I came up with today, is based upon a lot of questions that people have sent in, right? So really through my blog, guys, through Instagram, through YouTube, one of the most common questions that I get is for people looking to get started or maybe take their weight loss or their fat loss to the next level. And it's how many calories do I eat, right? That's really, what's the math? And what's up, guys? Hey, Todd, Cowie, Michelle, Dr. Tiffany Coleman, how are you guys? So the math, I want to start off by saying that it's different for everybody, okay? Let's be clear about that. But that being said, I think I found a pretty safe formula that's I don't want to say guaranteed, but most likely it'll work for you. And you know what? Give it a shot, okay? We got people watching from Hawaii, Texas. What's up, guys? So check this out. So when you take your existing body weight, that's where you need to start. So what a good general rule of thumb is to take whatever you weigh right now and multiply it by 10. That's the total amount of calories that you should be eating on a daily basis. You should not exceed that number. If you weigh 150 pounds, 1,500. If you weigh 200 pounds, that would be 2,000 calories a day. Now, the low end of that range is you can go down to 8 times your body weight. Why don't you want to go less than 8, Bri? Isn't less more? In this case, no, because what they found is that if you eat less than about 8 times your body weight, guys, I don't know how the hell they figured this out. Apparently, it's through a lot of testing and data, etc. But let's say you're that 200-pound man or woman or whatever. 8 times 200 would be 1,600. So you don't want to go below 1,600. So whatever you weigh today, not your ideal weight, not your target weight, whatever you're standing here today weighing in at, if you want to eat between 8 and 10 times that in your body weight on a daily basis, okay? Now, there are a lot of formulas. There's a lot of formulas where you can basically start with your resting metabolic rate, your BMR, you multiply it by a certain percentage, and there's these long calculations. They're actually pretty intense, and interestingly enough, every time I ran through those calculations, it came out to about 10 times my body weight, putting you into a deficit. So what I'm trying to do here is save you a lot of time. You can Google this stuff, you can look it up, calculators, there's apps, right? But if you wanted a real quick, surefire way to get into a caloric deficit, not counting any exercise that you do, just on your daily eating, guys, again, your target should be 10 times your body weight. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive, go down to 8. Now, what about macronutrients? What are their best percentages? You guys may or may not know, but I am in a ketogenic state without eating keto, okay? Keto is a very strict way of eating where you can have maybe 10, 20 net carbs a day. I found that very difficult. I didn't enjoy that. I eat around 50 grams of carbs a day, sometimes 40, sometimes 60. But I think a fair and safe average would be to say that I eat 50 grams of carbs a day. Now, if you talk to anybody who's pure keto and strict keto, you go into any of these groups, they're like, you're crazy. You can't maintain ketosis with that. Well, I can, and I have been for the last, I don't even know what it's been, 50 days, 60, 50, what is it? 70 days in, 15 days, so 55 days I've been maintaining ketosis with that amount of carbs. Why? Because of the drink. Because of that pink drink that you see me drinking. What that allows me to do is put my body into a ketogenic state. Yes, it's a low-carb diet. Let's be clear here, guys. I cut out the pasta, the pizza, and all that stuff, unless it's my refeed or my cheat day, right? Which, by the way, is going to be tomorrow night. Can't wait to show you what I'm going to have. But that being said, I think 50 grams of carbs per day is maintainable. Sure, you're not going to be able to sit there and eat this huge, big plate of pasta or have the sandwich for lunch or whatever, but you're going to have to cut certain things out of your diet. That's another huge question I get. I got to have a whole video on that alone. Well, what can I eat? What can't I eat? And in fact, I will make a video about that. But a quick rule of thumb is bread, rice, pasta, and potatoes, okay? Let's throw crackers in there too. Take those 5 things and throw them out the window. If you just stop eating those things, you're going to get down. You're already going to be eating a low-carb diet. You know it's not keto. You don't have to go strict keto. If you want to, God bless you. I didn't like it. I felt terrible. But again, these are the numbers. So look how it works out. If you're that 200-pound person and let's say you're eating 10 times your body weight, well, that's 2,000 calories, okay? The percentages that I found work the best is about 10% in carbs, which will be about 200 calories. What's 200 divided by 4? Because there's 4 calories per gram. Ah, surprise, it's 50 grams. See, guys, that's how this math works out, you understand? And that's for a 200-pound man. I only weigh 160 right now. So I'm actually eating too many carbs than I should, but I'm still burning fat and I'm maintaining muscle, and it doesn't matter. So once again, back to the beginning, you got to test all this stuff and find out what works for you. But if you just start by eliminating those food groups, you eliminate the bread, pasta, potatoes, rice, and crackers, those 5 things, get yourself to about 8 to 10 times your body weight, okay? You're going to start dropping weight. It's almost guaranteed. Now, what about protein and fat? Once again, the ketogenic diet has a very high percentage of fat, around 70% in fat. I don't eat 70% in fat. I'm closer to about 60 if I had to guess. I used to track. I've been here for about a month. Well, what's today? Sunday. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks since I left. I can't really use the app, guys. I mean, I was so strict. I was logging food. If it had a barcode, I would scan it, right? It would tell me how many protein, carbs, fat. It would calculate my percentages for me, and I felt really good. And in fact, coming here, I actually got a little bit nervous, or anxious, I should say, like, oh shit, man, I don't know how much I'm eating. Like, I'm just eyeballing everything. Well, rest assured, you kind of get the feel for things. I kind of know what about 6 to 8 ounces of meat looks like. You know what I'm saying? So you do, I mean, 70 days into this, you start to get a groove. And frankly, I'm glad. I was actually tempted, and yes, they have Amazon here. I was going to go on Amazon and buy one of those food scales so I could start weighing my food. And then I stopped myself and said, you know what? Yeah, the journey's coming to an end in 20 days. This 90-day challenge will come to an end. But that's not the end of this lifestyle. This is the beginning of a lifestyle for me. See, because guys, if I go back to the way that I used to be, the way I used to not exercise, the way I used to drink alcohol, the way I used to eat, I'm going to go and I'm going to look the way I used to look. I'm going to feel the way I used to feel. And the whole purpose of doing this was not a diet. It's a lifestyle change. And at 44 years old, I hope to be around for quite some time to be able to live this healthy lifestyle, right? That being said, I don't really want to weigh my food the rest of my life. I don't want to have to sit there and count calories. I mean, that's not fun. I mean, that's no way to live. I mean, sure, you want to do it short term to kind of get the idea for things. That's cool. But long term, I don't think that's sustainable. I want to be able to go out to a restaurant and say, you know what? I'm going to get 2 burgers. I'm going to get some bacon on it. No cheese, just because I'm lactose intolerant. I'm going to get a side salad, and I'm going to pour some olive oil on it. And I know it's a moderate protein. It's a high fat, very low carb way to eat. Same thing, I could go out and eat some sausages, right? You're at a fair, guys, you're at a carnival, something with your kids. Go to and get the Italian sausage sandwich, right? With peppers and onions. Throw the bread away. Just eat the meat. Because it's a high fat, right? You understand? Like, you just start to get the groove of these things. Another little thing, which could be a whole separate video by itself, is being prepared when you're on the road. Having those little meat sticks, having nuts, right? Obviously, nuts are great for you. They're good fat. Pork rinds. I've come to actually like pork rinds. You know, Hers, the brand who makes the potato chips, they're shit. Don't eat them. They're horrible. I almost vomited when I tried them. Oh, here comes the rain. I found a brand, I think it's called Epic. I'll show you guys what it is. I'm not 100% sure, but they taste fantastic. In fact, you ever have a roast pork comes out of the oven and you got that fat layer that turns real crispy and crunchy and almost burns, and you pull off that crunchy layer of the roast pork and it's like crunchy, beautiful goodness, salty, right? That's what this brand tastes like, okay? It is fantastic. I actually I brought them from home and I opened them up today. I knew we were going to be on the road and they were freaking amazing. So pork rinds are actually not bad if you get the right kind. If you get the shitty ones, you're going to want to vomit, right? Anyway. So anyway, that's the topic for today. How many calories you want to eat, what your macronutrient breakdown should be. I hope that helps. It's working for me. I think it'll work for you. I've done a hell of a lot of reading online and watching a ton of videos. And you kind of find patterns after a while. You know, when you find 37 experts that say this and you read 57 articles that say that and you see all these similarities, you're like, I think there's probably a reason that the majority of them are saying the same damn thing. And then I would apply it and test it in my own little lab of life here trying to go on this challenge. Lo and behold, it's working. So anyway, that's about it for today. I'm going to go eat, speaking of that. Tonight, homemade spaghetti and meatballs. But you know what? It's not my cheat night, so I'm not going to eat the spaghetti. So I'm going to take the beautiful homemade meatballs. I'm going to get some fresh salad from that garden right there. I'm going to pour a lot of olive oil to get my good fats in there. I'm going to take the meatballs, put them on top of the salad, and I'm going to eat it, and I'm going to enjoy it, okay? Would I like to eat the pasta? Hell yeah, I'd like to eat the pasta. But it's not my cheat day. It's not my refeed day, so I'm not going to do it. So I'm sticking to that. I'm saving that for tomorrow night. So anyway, guys, that's about it. Thanks for tuning in, as always. God bless you. I will see you tomorrow, day 71, and I hope you had a great weekend. See you guys.